Oh, you're on the last. This is the second last doorknob girl. This one's weird looking. Is that like a schoolgirl outfit? I think. It's like a
I
collar.
think that's more like
Or is that her hand there? Like,
that looks more like a, business girl.
yeah, like a business outfit. Alright.
Yeah. Basically, I am a variety of cute Asian girls that like to suck on doorknobs.
Moving into the next game. It's gonna be on God's Garden. This is the final game we're gonna be casting today. Pretty fucking long day, and kind of sorry that we were like, oh yeah, it'll just be like an hour or two, and then
Yeah, you guys totally tricked me into this.
Lucky
Like,
Fool like just
been
didn't
casting for
show.
4.5 hours now.
So I think this is what we've learned is that Torenhire is terrible at organizing people to cast. Because like, okay, I'm gonna just grab the PM. He sent me this PM where he had this plan for all the people who would cast. Like he was like, oh, can we do 2 days a week? And oh, what about all these people, who could cast, right? And
hmm
here we go. Yeah, he had this. He had dates and stuff. So July 29th, Chill. There was some TSL going on that day. Chill wasn't casting, but apparently that was a reason why Chill couldn't do it. August 2nd, Rekrul. Well, I mean, Rekrul literally wasn't on the internet for like a week around then. So 538 on the 5th. Okay, that was okay. That was sorry. I'll give him that. Apparently Caucasian Asian on the 9th. I said no because he was a bitch. So when he like complained like after I like said that his play was bad when his play was bad, and then apparently he wanted to cast, so I said no to that. The Shimmy was supposed to cast on the 12th, who apparently is someone in the STX fan club, and then Lucky Fool was supposed to
Oh
cast
yeah.
today, and but apparently that was on the 16th, and today's not the 16th. So, like, these dates aren't even real dates. I don't even know. Like, it's terrible, terrible organization. Anyway, that's enough of me bitching about Torenhire. And yeah, so this game actually was a 9 gateway. I don't know why, because I mean, why would you make the gateway at 9 if you're not doing like a 9-9 gate or something like that? And N.geNuity just
He
doing.
wants a really early core for some really early tech. I don't know.
Weird scouting patterns here too. N.geNuity
Yeah,
going cross map, kind of. They both went wait, no, they're both scouting the
no.
middle, but
Yeah, they
it's
both scouted middle,
isn't
but
it
then
unbuildable? I'm pretty sure that
oh
that
yeah, 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 yeah.
that tile set's unbuildable, right? So they both scattered the middle. I know it's unbuildable because one time I picked this map, right? Because it's like you have a back next where you're like, oh, people are want to you go like they're gonna macro, right? And I was like, oh, I'll fucking proxy gate him, right? And I went to the middle and I tried to build a pylon and I couldn't, and I just left the game because I was like, well, fuck, and yeah. Anyway, everything pretty standard going on right now. It's gonna get a goon out. Gonna be looks like an FD. Simply because he started the factory before the second depot. That or it'll be some sort of 2-fact, but I don't think it'll be that.
Aram says you can. There are places you can proxy in the middle though. So,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, I think he means like on those side bits where both of them didn't scout. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I don't know.
yeah, Violet tried to proxy gate effort. Alright. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I tried to proxy gate and I failed, and I just gave up. You do that a lot though. He's actually grabbing a robo for range as well, so this is going to be some kind of really, really fast Reaver. Unfortunately, we'll have to see whether his Zealot actually scouts, actually blocks. Because if it doesn't block, and this gets scouted, it's so easy to just defend this as a Terran. And, yep, okay. Alright, so his Zealot actually does block there, which is, nice. And the thing about this kind of build is that you can get the Reaver out kind of when actually it's going to be a siege expand, so assuming he gets turrets with this build, he should be fine.
That's quite a large no, you don't. I can't even do it.
Can't do what?
Assumption. Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
You don't. Yeah, it's not. I say assumption. Assumption. It's not assumption. Assumption. I don't know. Assume. Something anyway. Yeah, the probe just trying to get a bit of a scout, not really getting much. And I like that Torenhire gave us the more interesting games near the end, though. Like, these games seem... they're, like, not as dumb as the earlier games, right?
Yeah, but doesn't that mean more people left because they were tired of watching the earlier games?
Well,
And then...
I mean, I think we had, like... we were sitting around, like, 300 and something viewers sort of earlier on, and it kind of peaked around 500 a couple of games ago, and we're at, like, 430 now, so... it's not bad.
I guess.
I guess, like... I guess Australians waking up. So I guess we have like a huge Australian audience.
Why double shuttle?
What? What do you mean? What? Wait, what?
Two shuttles and one reaver.
Maybe he's gonna ferry his entire army in.
Entire army of 2 goons and 2 zealots.
Yeah, goons take up a full slot. So he's gonna have a reaver and 2 zealots in one shuttle and 2 goons in the other. But they don't have range, so they'll be kind of shitty, but... yeah, and there's actually a dropship coming out for N.geNuity here, so he was going to do his tank drop thing that he did in the previous game.
There's no expansion!
Yeah, he's completely faked out.
That's brilliant.
But, I mean, the joke's on him, because he assumes that there is a back expo, right? Because he's like, oh, he's blocking the ramp, he's obviously expanded to the back. And he's done a similar thing where he's like, oh, he's walling the front, there's obviously an expansion at the natural. And like, neither of them have an expansion, and they're both doing some like, cheesy bullshit drop. It's kind of funny.
This is great.
And yeah, he's going around to drop on the cliff to an expansion that doesn't exist. And in the meantime, there's going to be 2 shuttles flying into his main. And he... okay, he's waiting... he's getting a 3rd shuttle!
Wait, what?
He's gonna get like 2 reavers, like 4 goons, and 2 zealots. But the longer...
what the heck do you need 3 shuttles for like 6 units?
Oh my god. This game is gonna be really silly. I can feel it right now. Like this.
It's funny.
It already is silly, but like more silly.
Well, at least
he's got shuttle speed as well.
Yeah, at least the shuttles have speed now. He's the engineer. He's like, where the fuck is the expansion?
Yeah, he's like, hang on. And now I think it might twig, but he's gonna... if he drops these 2 tanks in and they just get taken out, he's like, hang on, what? What's going on? He's so confused. This dropship's like, what? What? Just like, he's like, oh shit.
Goes back home.
But unfortunately, this has twigged him. He's like, oh shit, now I know that it's some sort of one-base shenanigans. And he's building like a turret, a wall around a turret, and bringing tanks back. And I think Jonvvv might have lost his moment here. I think this build might have worked if he just went when he had, you know, the 2 shuttles.
Yeah.
But now he's got the 3, but there's like multiple turrets and siege tanks, and you know, he kind of knows it's coming. He's gonna have to play this really well.
3 shuttles is exactly perfect for 2 reavers, 2 dragoons, and 4 zealots.
I mean, it's a nice set of units, but I don't know if...
wait, no, there's no turrets like in the corner. Even... oh god.
Just drop.
Unload! Okay, yeah, he's gonna lose a couple of the shuttles, but at least if he saves 1 for the reaver, then he... oh no, the reaver's
he needs to
gonna
be geared up. Oh, it survives, and suddenly there's like a whole Protoss army. It's basically a mini recall at the 8-minute mark.
Protoss doom drop.
But unfortunately, there's like 4 tanks.
Hey man, reaver.
Yep. Alright, so this would have been awesome if he went with the 2 shuttles when there were the 2 tanks in that dropship like ages away. That would have been huge. Like, that would have been game over because he'd have nothing back at home to defend, but now he does.
He wouldn't have had anything to defend against the 2 tanks either.
Well,
like,
I mean, but
there was 1 dragoon in the base.
Yeah, but with like another shuttle coming out and like a goon and a shuttle, and you know, it's more likely that he would come back with the tanks to defend, and by that time he would have lost a whole lot of... He just walk out the front? He just...
yeah, he did.
He just walked out the front. What? How? What? Weren't there like... I just looked away for a second and he just walked out. Alright. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't really know how. I'm really curious as to how that depot died. Did N.geNuity kill it? Why would he kill the depot? I don't...
Oh no, shuttle. Getting taken down.
Oh, there's a Wraith now. Oh god. So this is N.geNuity's thing. He really does like killing these shuttles with Wraiths. And there is the dropship.
Is he the one that did the mass raids?
No, that was Metal X.
That was Metal X, okay.
But there is this dropship kind of hanging around at the top. It's empty though. I don't really know what it's doing. Maybe just, I guess, scouting for expos or something like that. And neither of them have taken their back expo yet. Both just taken their front expo, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. But, you know, I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, you wouldn't want to take the back expo if you know he's going to drop you.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah. And considering the back expo is actually closer to Jonvvv's base, drop-wise as well, so... And, alright. In the meantime, N.geNuity just grabbing an extra couple of factories, and I assume he'll probably take the back expo soonish. The dropship's still AFK, has nothing to do really. I could be doing vulture drops here, and they could be relatively effective, but he doesn't really have any vulture upgrades and hasn't got any vultures, which is a problem, so... Yeah, really was fixated on this tank drop and just was like, oh, well, I can't do that, I guess I just want to use my dropship, which is a waste. But, you know, whatever. Because, I mean, look, Jonvvv only just now getting an observatory. Like, if there were vultures in the main with mines, that would have been devastating.
Yeah, if it had been a vulture drop instead of a tank drop, like...
Yeah. Anyway, random SCV scouting the top left again. This is like the most like valuable base to scout for some reason. Like top left, people are like, oh shit, I want that. It's like the Mayfair of the God's Garden property market. Did you get that? Wait, do you play Monopoly?
No.
You don't? What?
I play Monopoly, but I don't know what Mayfair is. That's definitely not the original version.
What? You don't know what Mayfair is?
No.
I am...
Are you playing some kind of weird-ass Australian version of Monopoly?
No, I play the real version.
No, I don't know what that is.
I am just...
What American version of American version is the only version.
No, I'm pretty sure the
Real
British version was the original.
Screw you.
I'm like 99% sure that the British version was the original version of Monopoly. I would be interested if it wasn't,
Okay.
but...
No, a Monopoly is an American
Really?
board game published by Parker Brothers.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure the statement...
I've never
that
seen it
property
in
is a
Australia. I've
boardwalk
only
is,
seen the
like,
British
way
version.
more known than Mayfair or whatever. It's Boardwalk, okay? Boardwalk. Thanks.
Yeah, anyway.
See? Chat agrees with me too.
Well, chat's wrong, so that's fine.
No, you're wrong, unless you're saying chat and Wikipedia and I are all wrong. Which we're not.
Did you Wikipedia it?
Yeah.
Seriously? You like went to Wikipedia? Fine. Whatever.
It's a big deal. It takes like 2 seconds, and I get to prove you wrong. So.
Fine. Whatever. Fine. I don't know why he pulled these probes from the Wraiths when there was like a cannon there, and that was like the worst place for the Wraiths to be, but, you know, that's fine. What is it with Wraiths today, by the way? Like, there was like a random Wraith harass that just happened.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really understand. Like, it wasn't like a lot of Wraiths, it was like some, and they had Cloak. Also, everything in his main is burning. I'm so glad there's no burning sound effect. Well, I mean, I know there's like one if you actually click on the building, but... Imagine if there like it's just whenever you went to your main, you heard the burning. Like that'd be so annoying. Armory coming up now, so probably going to go for a 2-1 push once he has his third base mining and gets a few more factories. So it's going to be a little while before he actually does a big push out here. And Jonvvv is really going to have to get his economy going here because he's still on 2 bases. And if he just sits on 2 bases like this, like his main is going to be mined out in a couple of minutes, and all he's got is a couple of groups of goons. Like, this is really not a good situation to be in. I think there's enough tanks there, I think, just to kill. Like, I think he could move those tanks and kill the majority of those goons without any trouble.
They're pretty even on supply right now, so... But yeah, wow, that is a lot of tanks.
It's like just tanks. Like there's no vultures in here. He's just made tanks and SCVs pretty much this whole game. And that one dropship which did basically nothing. All it did was like almost make him lose the game. And yeah, Jonvvv just looks a bit lost now, you know. He hasn't got
Because I like
any
to not
tech.
lick doorknobs. What's wrong with that? God.
What?
Some guy was like, why is the girl's picture of her licking a doorknob?
Did you say you like to not lick doorknobs?
No, it's because I like to lick doorknobs.
Oh, okay.
Duh.
I was gonna say, like, if you don't like to lick them, why were you photographed licking them? And also, why is your name Lucky Fool? That's my question.
Because I'm a lucky fool that likes to lick doorknobs.
I'm glad we clarified that.
Yes. Okay.
Alrighty, so, yeah.
Is he gonna move out with these tanks or what? There's so many of them. And they're just sort of getting confused in his face.
Yeah, they're like, dude, can we get out? He's like, nah. Like a single vulture on the ramp. You reckon a tank could just crush a vulture too? It's a bike. Is it just me, or like, you know, I mean, I know that when you stare at a vulture, like, it's like a wide-ish bike and there's like a dude riding it, but I honestly envision it as like just like a car.
A car?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a three wheels car, and I don't see the dude riding it in my brain. Like I know he's there, but I see it as like a one mechanical entity, which is just
Well,
like
I mean,
a car with like a
if
pointy
you only
end.
see vultures as what they look like in game, then yeah, I guess so. But like, I spent like hours and hours like studying the art for it, so I could draw that stupid reality tank picture.
Oh, that's right.
So
That was
I, like,
awesome though.
know, I have to know what they look like.
That was such a great
in
picture with like
real
the
scale.
yeah. That single fucking tank. That was such a great tank. It just like sat there in the middle, just killing everything. Alright, and N.geNuity finally pushing out ever so slowly, but you know, I mean, slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Someone says that. Someone who wrote a fairy tale says that. I mean, they're to be trusted, right? And yeah, Jonvvv is still on 2 bases, like still. I don't know what he's been doing for the last like half hour, but it's nothing useful. He has a bunch of gateways up, but no real tech, no expansions, and there's going to be a giant army, and once 2-1 is done, which 1-1's almost done, the second upgrade, attack upgrade isn't really that close, but I feel like N.geNuity will just go, and there's not really that much that Jonvvv can do about it, unless in the spirit of THSL Terrans, he just puts mines everywhere his tanks are and they just all blow up.
You stay 2 base on God's freaking garden because God doesn't like you building buildings in his garden. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's because God, you're like littering it with all these Terran shit, and like the Protoss is being nice and respectful, staying in his little place. It's like, you know, being like, oh, don't worry, God, we won't take up more space, you know. Anyway, finally expanding to the top left, so finally just saying, well, fuck you, God, we'll expand to where we want. And the push is coming. There are lots of mines under the tanks though, but I don't think there's enough vultures to, zealots to really get in there and make those tanks blow themselves up. And push coming out ever so slowly, and like really slowly, like slowest push ever. He's just, I think
he isn't stopping to build like 500 turrets everywhere he goes.
He's just laying mines instead. And I think he's just being really safe because he lost that game to the proxy in the previous game. He must be still pretty mad, sort of shaking a little bit, so he can't like click on the tanks properly. He's like, oh man, fucking proxy, fuck, you know.
There are two Stargates out, but no arbiters building.
I'm actually really confused as to what happened for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, like,
because like Jonvvv is still on 2 bases with no tech and no units.
1,000 gas. So where are the Templars?
Yeah. And it looks like he's gonna go for a big kind of flank here, but this push is massive, like fucking huge. I Oh my god, there's just so much Terran here. It's kind of scary, really. When N.geNuity's macro gets going, it's really, really effective.
Oh, don't want to morph Archon in front of like 10
Uh,
tanks. Oh, that was painful.
And here he comes. All the zealots coming from the top. Probably going to be able to take out a bunch of these tanks with a few mines in the back too. Actually, not being quite as effective.
Oh no, this
But
isn't gonna work.
everything's dead. Yeah. And GG.
GG.
N.geNuity goes through over Jonvvv.
Oh, Terran is imba!
Alright, and... Oh, there's another one too. There's so many of these pictures. So N.geNuity takes out that game, that series, I guess, 2-1, losing the game to the proxy but coming back. And yeah, that does it for today. So this is the results for the whole group. Wait, that's not it. Let me find the real image. I don't even know where it is actually.
Wait, what the heck?
I pulled up one from yesterday with Reckle. Alright, let's... Alright, just give me 1 second.
I'm so many different people.
What's the date today?
17th.
Both of these say the 26th of the 6th. What the fuck?
Oh, I guess it's the 18th for you, huh?
Yeah, alright, wait, 17th. Alright, it should be this one. Okay, there's an actual picture of Luckyfall in this one. But, I mean, he's not here, so... Yeah, alright. Metal-X wins 6-1, N.geNuity 5-3 coming in second, and Jonvvv and Emifaxif are knocked out of the Torenhire Starleague. So, yeah, thanks for casting with me today, even though it took, like, literally...
5 hours?
Was it 5? Oh shit, it was 5 hours. Jesus Christ.
I'm never letting you talk me into this ever again.
blame Torenhire, not me.
Okay.
It's literally Torenhire's fault. I'm more than happy to pass off the blame. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching and stuff like that. And yeah, see ya.
Alright.